The Finance Factor's family of companies, a family you can depend on. Hawaii Metal Recycling, conserving the future by recycling the past. And American Savings Bank, we hear you.
They are one of the Earth's most animated creatures. They frolic, they explore, communicate, even articulate. Their expressions are so eloquent that their intentions are rarely mistaken. Dolphins are mammals like us. They breathe like us. And they socialize much like we do. It has been scientifically proven that dolphins are of high intelligence. Why then do we continue to slaughter them, often senselessly? Purse seine nets and drift nets have killed millions of dolphins and continue to claim many more every year, despite laws that are supposed to protect them. Drift nets have been dubbed walls of death. They are laid by the miles and kill every sea creature that happens to swim into them.
When a dolphin hits a drift net, it becomes enwrapped in like a super strong spider web that it can't see. And it struggles more and more. Of course, it has to try and surface, continually surface to get air. And after a while, it simply loses the battle and can't get any air anymore.
This sort of thing happened all over the world until the international group Earth Trust, which is based in Hawaii, headed up a campaign to stop it. Finally, in 1991, the United Nations banned drift netting in international waters. But the killing hasn't ended. Pirate ships are still operating.
I think that due to the fact that there have been some very big victories on behalf of dolphins, such as the dolphin safe tuna issue and the UN drift net moratorium, I think a lot of people think that dolphins are saved and that we pretty much are where we need to be with dolphin conservation. And I think that's very dangerous because we're not. Dolphins have never been worse off than they are right now. We may lose some species of dolphins, and dozens of places around the world, dolphins are still being killed en masse. It's not a good situation.
Earth Trust is in the business of changing attitudes. Just 3 years ago, the Taiwanese stopped herding dolphins and false killer whales into Penghu Harbor, where the animals were brutally slaughtered, mainly for sport and entertainment. It is known as drive fishing and had long been a practice in many parts of Asia until Earth Trust protested and took steps to stop it. The animals were tortured by fishermen who considered them to be competition for fish and just a general nuisance. Graphic footage like this has helped to convince locals that such activities should be outlawed. Animals not immediately tortured and killed often suffer a slower death.
Dolphins and whales may be as close as we ever find to another intelligent species in this universe. And if that's the case, maybe it would be good if we tried to get to know them a little better instead of wiping them out.
Some scientists are getting to know them better and are out to prove once and for all that dolphins are intelligent mammals by documenting their activities. Project Delphis is an arm of Earth Trust and is located on the grounds of Sea Life Park on Oahu. What you are seeing is a one-way mirror going up on the lab's window. The self-awareness test is done to determine if the dolphins know they are seeing themselves or if they think they are seeing other dolphins. For example, when a bird sees itself in a mirror, it thinks it is seeing another bird. But humans and apes are able to figure out that they are looking at themselves.
And we've checked this with dolphins, and indeed they belong in this same exclusive club of animals that appear to have self-awareness. There's a lot of mental activity going on in there. And that's the idea, to elevate people's knowledge about that so that they don't stand by and allow this big fisheries holocaust to continue with them. If this dolphin thought that that was another dolphin in the mirror, he would be acting much more intense and interacting with it socially. Instead, he bobs his head up and down, moves his fin up, takes a few bubbles, plays with his image. He's examining himself. If he thought that was another dolphin, he'd be very intense, and all the dolphins would be swimming around together.
Martin and his staff have observed the dolphins creating their own games. Here, they are blowing perfect air bubble rings.
Blowing the rings, it's exactly the kind of behavior that shows that there's really something going on inside of these animals. It's what an animal does when it's a little bit bored and wants to play, and it's a form of play. And really, the amazing thing about it is that not only they're playing with a toy, this air ring, but they create it. And they create it with incredible hydrodynamic wizardry and savvy.
Dolphins are social animals. They are normally seen in pods, apparently organized groups for the purpose of cooperative feeding, breeding, and protection. These are Hawaiian spinner dolphins. Only man seriously threatens them.
Your family knows that a secure and happy life depends on preparing the next generation. Through you, your children learn the importance of good health, the value of a good education, and responsibility. With your family support and guidance, your children learn to prepare for the future. At Finance Factors, we help you teach them well, because ultimately, the future is in their hands. When money's a factor, there's always Finance Factors, a member of FDIC.
7-Eleven, the right place for the right price.
Well, the reason why I love the coffee is because they have the special blends that the other fast foods don't have.
The people working at 7-Eleven are terrific. They're very courteous and they're very friendly.
You can walk up to the Fountain Soft Drink Center and have your choice. You can have Coke or Pepsi or whatever you want.
You can come in, get some nice warm nachos, and you can get some extra cheese for free.
7-Eleven Hawaii. We're coming through for you.
What you doing?
Doing some banking.
How?
Using a phone.
Why?
Well, it saves time.
How?
It's magic. See, I just paid your dentist bill. And now we'll see how much money we have left.
Why?
Don't I hear Mommy calling you?
You'll like the hows and whys of our accountability and bill payer services at American Savings Bank.
If we are to change the way some humans act towards dolphins, we must first change the way we think about them. Science is heightening our awareness of the animal. The Kewalo Basin Marine Mammal Laboratory on Oahu is studying the intelligence of dolphins by communicating with them through hand signals.
Look at inside your mouth. Can you shake your head? No, no. Nodding your head. Yes, good girl. Very welcome.
They're terribly interested in who we are and what we do, and they ask for company, they ask for play, they solicit interactions with us.
Got your belly? Good job. Raise your little tail, like that. Wave it in the air like this one, too. Perfect! Very nice, what's this?
It's a very dynamic, interactive kind of situation. There's a bonding, a real feeling between dolphins and humans that occurs with all of our students, with all of our trainers, and it's a very real feeling in both directions.
Good.
Okay, now slap your leg on the tank wall.
Slap.
That's very good.
Through visual communication, the dolphins are asked to respond to certain commands.
That's very good. Okay, walk to your left.
Good girl.
And walk to your right.
Good. You're right.
We want to understand as much as we can about these animals because they're so interesting in terms of their large brain size that we can find out what it's like to have another form of intelligence and relate that to our own. Moreover, the more we can learn about these animals, the more we appreciate them, and the more we come to respect them. And this brings about the needed public favorable opinion of dolphins, which is necessary to bring about the protection of these animals in the wild.
Show me this side. Good girl. Very nice. Can I see this side?
In Kaneohe Bay on Oahu's windward side, the Hawaii Institute of Marine Biology operates this floating dock near Coconut Island. Dr. Paul Noctegal and his staff are asking questions of dolphins about the marine environment. We know dolphins have incredible high-frequency hearing, but we are discovering they are not that sensitive to low-frequency sounds. What does it mean? Well, for one thing, it may answer many of the concerns of ATOC testing, which involves the proposed boom boxes that would send sound between Hawaii and California to test climate.
Now that's very important to do. The reason we're playing loud, low-frequency sound in the ocean is to find out whether or not we're having global warming in the oceans, because you can determine the speed of sound across the ocean and you can determine what the temperature of the ocean is.
Environmentalists want to be certain such testing won't harm marine life. Who better to tell us than dolphins? When humans take hearing tests, we respond by pushing buttons. Dolphins have to be trained.
So now what she'll do is she'll swim around and go sit in the hoop. Now that hoop is 1 meter away from the sound source. So here she goes, she's swimming around. Now she'll go down under the water. You can hear her clicking. She goes down under the water and she stations in the hoop. Now, if he plays a sound and she hears it, what she will do is leave the hoop and go up and hit that little ball that's just over the top there. Okay, she heard a sound, she went over and hit the ball. Now, was she correct?
Come on. Here you go. Okay, let's go. All right, good girl.
Jeff Pulaski sends this Pacific bottlenose dolphin through a series of daily activities. Kalohi was taken from waters off Diamond Head about 8 years ago. That scar on her body was probably caused by a shark bite. She, too, is part of the research here.
A particular type of hearing study that we're doing, we're listening to sounds that come out of the ear. So to put her on the deck means we remove her from the natural sounds that are occurring in the bay, so it's a little quieter on the deck. We put this phone, this hydrophone, tightly seated up to the jawbone, and then we feed the cables out of the hydrophone and it goes into one of our instrument shacks where we have very sensitive hydrophones or amplifiers and listening systems where we can try to detect these very minute sounds that are produced by the inner ear. Good girl. If we understand how the dolphin ear works as compared to human beings, we get a better understanding on how they use hearing in the water, how sensitive they are to sounds in the water, and how well that plays in with the animals' interaction in the environment.
We want to know more about how a dolphin's echolocation system works. Dolphins can locate objects, even invisible ones, by emitting sounds that are bounced back by the object through sound waves. Bats are the only other known animal that can do this. Kalohi will be asked to locate a transmitter emitting sound. To ensure the dolphin is using its sonar system and not its eyesight to navigate and move around the tank, Jeff fits Kalohi with some custom-made eye cups.
Good girl.
Well, Kalohi's just now learning how to wear eye cups, and as you can probably imagine, it's a little bit of a scary thing for her. The minute the second cup goes on, she now is relying completely on sonar, and she has no visual capabilities at all. So what I'm doing with her is guiding her around the pen using this acoustic device we call a pinger, which emits a sound that she can hear and she can localize on and then swim up to it, touch it, and then I'm reinforcing her.
As the dolphin becomes more and more comfortable with the eye cups, the time that she wears them can be extended and advanced behaviors can be studied. Scientists believe that to ensure the well-being of the marine environment, we must first know more about marine life. There are about 37 different species of dolphins. They vary in size and color. Generally, they rest and play by day and feed by night. In addition to illegal drift netting and purse seining, man creates danger for the dolphins through pollution and habitat destruction.
Hawaii Metal Recycling, conserving the future by recycling the past.
Everyone on this island, in this state, has a responsibility to protect the land and protect the environment. We're here to help clean up and provide a safe outlet for the disposal of any metallic bearing item that people want to get rid of. We'll pay for material just so people don't dump it illegally on the streets, because we all suffer as a result of that.
Meet the Lum family. 3 generations worth. In some ways, they're as different as apples and oranges. In others, they're very much alike. Family values and traditions are preserved from generation to generation. For 3 generations, the Lums have been insured by Grand Pacific Life. We're a Hawaii company that goes back 35 years, with a family of our own that offers you security, stability, and strength. The things we trust stay with us. Grand Pacific, your family for life.
There has been much controversy over the Swim with Dolphins programs. There are just 4 in the country. 3 are in Florida and 1 here in Hawaii at Hilton Waikoloa Village on the Big Island. Dolphin Quest has set a new standard for man-made saltwater lagoons. Its 2 million gallons of filtered seawater is more than 60 times larger than what is required by federal law. The dolphins here are Atlantic bottlenose, which by nature are near-shore animals that inhabit shallow lagoons just like this. Most animal specialists will tell you the sign of a happy animal is one that is breeding. If indeed that is the case, then the atmosphere here must appeal to these dolphins. In the last year, all 4 females became pregnant within days of each other, and the biologists who oversee the program have taken the opportunity to learn. Dr. Ray Stone and her staff have taught the dolphins to voluntarily participate in ultrasound medical exams. If a dolphin is not in the mood to lay still for an exam, it is not required to. Dolphin Quest has been able to follow and monitor the pregnancies of its 4 females through the entire gestation period. The dolphins here have become so comfortable in their relationship with the staff that trainers were able to videotape parts of a birth. Of the 4 babies born here, 3 survived and are doing well. At birth, dolphins weigh an average of 30 pounds and are about 3 feet long. At 6 months, they'll weigh approximately 120 pounds, and when full grown, about 400 pounds. The baby dolphins will nurse for a year and a half. The mother dolphins are also asked to give a small sample of their milk each day. The staff wants to have milk on hand in the event a mother abandons her baby.
Dolphin Quest also supplies mother's milk to 3 different research projects worldwide. Some of the studies are being done to check for the antibodies that are in milk compared to those that are available in blood. So for that reason, twice a week we do take small vials of milk. Each mother has her own vial. We've collected over 300 samples at this time for these research projects, and this will be frozen and sent to those researchers to do their studies.
I know that you guys have learned quite
Dolphin Quest has generated over $500,000 for its Waikoloa Marine Life Fund, which is partly funneled to other conservation groups and is also used for education purposes such as the Dolphin Discovery Program, offered free of charge to local students. In fact, it is Dolphin Quest's goal to host every fifth grader on the Big Island.
Take a look at this. See those there? Side by side. It's a human hand and a dolphin flipper. Now, how many lines of finger bones do we have in our hand? 5. How many does a dolphin have? Oh, it's tricky. There's actually 5. See this tiny one right there? That's the 5th one. It's real small, but they have 5 lines of finger bones, just like a human does.
Our children come from the beach area. Most of them live in Hawaii all their lives, so the ocean surrounds them. It's part of their natural environment, and I would like them to focus on what's immediately around them.
Very nice, Kona. Look at her eyes, you guys. She's nice and relaxed. Very good. What do you think? Now everybody say dorsal fin. Dorsal fin. Touch your ear and touch your nose. Oh, your ear and your nose. Now the same thing, see that dorsal fin right there? The same thing that's in Kona's dorsal fin is in our ears and our nose. It's called cartilage.
There goes Lona. Pass him down. Oh boy, there he goes. All the way down. Very nice. Give Lona a round of applause.
For students, the highlight of the trip to Waikoloa is the Dolphin Learning Center. Here at the lagoon, the kids have a different experience with dolphins. They are relating to a living, breathing animal.
Give Lono and Paley a big cheer when they're up and out of the water. Very nice. Problems that dolphins are facing and other wildlife were caused by us, and it's going to take us to make the changes. It's kind of ignorant to kind of assume that they're going to be okay by doing a few things. We've got to really restructure a lot of different things. So we serve as the ambassadors, and the children do. So that's what we're doing, is we're building little ambassadors out of these kids.
It's fun with the dolphins, and I want to come back here some other time to play with the dolphins some other time. And I might want to be a dolphin trainer when I grow up, too.
It should be said, too, that attitudes will have to change with many people. Asian tourists who come to Hawaii and experience a few minutes with the dolphins return home with a new awareness.
Very nice.
Well, we sure hope that everybody that leaves takes back some sort of conservation thoughts with them. The Japanese are arriving in Hawaii in larger numbers, and we welcome them. We would like to influence them, as well as a number of other countries that are still abusing some of the animal problems out there. The fishing is being done by various countries is slowly getting better. There's a lot better policies that are taking place, and that comes from not just us, but other oceanariums are really trying to impact people on what we can do to help these animals and help their cousins out in the seas.
While the dolphin encounter is a wonderful one for people, the trainers here are aware of the critics who say it is unfair to ask the dolphins to do this 3 times a day.
Well, as trainers, we try to read the body language, read the mood and the personalities of the animals, and make it a positive experience for them. We have a large facility that allows them to have freedom to go where they are comfortable. If they don't want to participate in one of the programs, we don't make them. We let them choose voluntarily to participate or not. So if one animal doesn't want to work, or if there's a personality conflict with another dolphin, then we'll work around that. We'll try to find a social situation that's compatible, and that way it's a positive experience. It keeps them nice and healthy, and we think happy.
Some conservationists simply disagree with any form of a captive program. But others believe the few hundred dolphins in captivity are making us more aware and are providing answers that may well save millions of dolphins and other marine animals who live in the wild. As the human population continues to explode, man becomes more and more dependent on the ocean as a food source. How many adjustments have the dolphins already made? And how many more will they have to make? At least now, we are beginning to ask the questions.
What you doing?
Doing some banking.
How?
Using a phone.
Why?
Well, it saves time.
How?
It's magic. See, I just paid your dentist bill. And now we'll see how much money we have left.
Why?
Don't I hear Mommy calling you?
You'll like the hows and whys of our accountability and bill payer services at American Savings Bank.
Hawaii Metal Recycling, conserving the future by recycling the past.
Everyone on this island, in this state, has a responsibility to protect the land and protect the environment. We're here to help clean up and provide a safe outlet for the disposal of any metallic bearing item that people want to get rid of. We'll pay for material just so people don't dump it illegally on the streets, because we all suffer as a result of that.
7-Eleven, the right place for the right price.
My daughter gets her ice cream, my son gets his Slurpee, all rainbow colors.
They got cheeseburgers and hot dogs, and a lot of times they have a dispensary where you can just put on chili and cheese and just load it up.
My husband gets lihimoy, and I get my diet soda.
Flowers at 7-Eleven get me out of trouble.
You know, you just put it and you just pay. It's the same price no matter how much you put.
Who hasn't been in a 7-Eleven?
7-Eleven Hawaii. We're coming through for you.
They are amazing creatures that have shown over millions of years an incredible ability to adapt. As we become more in tune to dolphins, we humans will become the beneficiaries of their great knowledge.
Ultimately, the fate of dolphins is up to us. Attitudes. If we are able to change attitudes, then they will have a chance. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.